Good evening everyone, and welcome to my third Let's Play video of Farming Simulator 2013. In the last video we looked at doing silage, and this is all we did really. I've almost done everything now. There's 9,000 left, so that's about 3 or 4 loads from the front loader here. Now I am aware from previous videos that you can't actually see how much money I have, so I'm going to have to tell you now. Basically, I have done the 100 horseshoe event. I've waited for a rainy day and gone for the rainbow, got the pot of gold, and I now have approximately 1,002,432 credits. So today's episode is really going to be what we do with those. And for those who ask, yes, the horseshoes were obtained legitimately. I spent the better part of yesterday and the day before trying to find all 100, and believe me, it was awkward. The pot of gold was actually there. I'd just taken my quad bike to the shop. Quite fast, I like this. Shouldn't take too long. So yeah, there was some frustrations with finding the horseshoes, but I've done it now, and the money is definitely well deserved. So in this Let's Play, we are going to have a look at what I can actually do with the money. And decide on the direction that this farm will take for the next few days. When I say days, it'll probably be more like a week or two at least, possibly further. I need to check on the other vehicles that I have. I'm going to take this up to the shop. I hope you don't mind. I went and made myself a coffee for this Let's Play, so I've been out for the better part of today, doing real life stuff, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. There are things you'll have to do, really. Fold this mower up so it's not in the way. That would have been awkward. It almost looks like a giant fist or something. Now I know my Let's Plays aren't very perfect, but I hope that each one that I do is an improvement on the last. And before long I will improve so much that I think the first two are probably not... The first two Let's Plays aren't that good. But I'm going to leave them there regardless, because you can then all see what it's like. Now there's a sale on apparently, and I didn't quite realise this. So bear in mind I've got 1 million credits. Now let's go to see what's on in the sale. Now what I'm doing today is just deciding what to buy, basically. A basic mower, 25% off a grass cutter. It's tempting. Very tempting. Now, that'd probably be almost 30,000 normally. Shredding bales. Distributing straw in the shed. Interesting. I probably need a mixer at some point. That looks like a better one. Drying grass to hay. Ah. Wind rowing. Now I've got quite a lot of options that I can do today. With 1 million, it's not too much in the grand scheme of things, but it's enough for a very good boost. I'm very tempted to get that. And what I'm going to look at first is placeable buildings. Possibly bee houses or greenhouses. 10 maintenance, 40 an hour. The same for those. Bee houses, 8 maintenance for 15 an hour. Yeah, it looks like bee houses don't actually need any input to produce goods, but it looks like the greenhouses need fresh water and manure. Fresh water shouldn't be too hard. Manure, I don't have any cows yet, so I'll leave those for the time being. Solar collector, 25 maintenance a day, 95 an hour. I don't have 1.2 million for the wind energy converter. Let's see, I'm just getting my calculator now, and we're going to do some maths. Yay. Not the most exciting thing in the world. So let's have a look at solar collectors. 125,000. So in my calculator, 1 million divided by 125,000 gives me 8 solar collectors that I can place. So 95 an hour, 24 hours in a day, so 95 times 24 is 2,280 in one day. So I times that by the full 8, and every day, if I put all my money on solar collectors now, I could make 18,240 credits, which is quite good actually. Let's have a look at the bee houses. So 20,000, 1 million divided by 20. You might want to skip the video to probably 10 or 15 minutes ahead, because I'm doing most of this for a good while. 20. Sorry about this. I can have 50 bee houses if I spend 1 million on buying those. So 15 an hour, 15 times 24. $360. Just a second. So 360 times by 50 is 18,000. So I'm actually better off buying solar collectors, but I won't have much money left over. I don't know what to do about that. I could put it onto 120 times, and 18,000 would build up quite well. I don't know whether to do that or not, because I won't have much else to do in the Let's Plays. I could do animals, but for cows I would need grass, silage, and all of the rest of that. Sheep are quite easy to look after. I think they're only grass. So, you know, I've already got grass cutters, so that won't be too hard. I think it might be a good idea to buy the more expensive mower. So I'll do that first. Got 981,000 left. I'm going to sell the cheaper mower. Sorry if this is boring for the start, but I'm going to try for a long video today. I've got some money back now. Let's connect this up to the other grass cutter. Now I don't know if I want a more powerful tractor for this. Which end does it fix to? Let's have a look. I think it's this side. No? I think I'm wrong. Let's move around. Hopefully it's not too heavy. So I'm just going to give it a road test on speed setting 3. It is quite heavy actually. And I notice I seem to be using one or two words, a little bit too much for my Let's Play, so I'm going to try and limit that if I can. Does the job. Now the question is, do I take it down to the sheep pen or leave it at the silo? Or even missions as well? That's a difficult one. If I take it to the sheep pen, I'm going to need to have sheep, obviously, and I would need a front loader, and we've all seen how good front loaders are now. Bring on patch 1.4. Still looking forward to that. So I think my best option is going to the silo. Just cutting straight through the town. It is very difficult to control this tractor. The weight does seem to be a problem. And it looks like I'm stuck. I'm going to have to reset that. I don't have much choice. I think that means I need a better tractor. So the next thing I buy will be, let's see, what's the recommended weight? It doesn't tell me how much this weighs. So I will leave that there for the time being and look at my other options. Now, the obvious one would be to plant fields, of course, but I only have field 16 at the moment. I could look at purchasing field 17. Let's have a look at that together. Back on the quad for a laugh. I'm not too worried about where I am on the roads this game. I'm just going to play mostly naturally. This is a big field, it might be worth buying. How much will it cost? 111,000. So that will take 10% of what I have now. It's quite a lot, so if I buy it I'm going to have to use it. And then the question would be what I plant. Let's buy it. We're now the proud owners of Field 17. First thing to do now is we need to decide what to plant there. So it's back to the shop. By the way, this quad bike is the mod that I showed you in the last video. It's the one that Giant Software developed themselves. I don't think it's too bad. It's very useful for moving around the farm. It really doesn't do much else apart from that. Hopefully not get stuck again. So, I'm going to need to plant something in the first place. Let's have a look at seeding. Now I could buy a cultivator and a sowing machine, but I think the easiest thing to do is have a sewing machine which does two things at the same time. Now, let's see, I could do potatoes, sugar beets, or corn. What plant's corn? Maize, sugar beets, wheat, barley, canola, grass. Where? Where's the corn? Potatoes. How on earth do you plant corn? Okay, that's a little strange. Maybe you guys could tell me in the comment section. What's the best thing to plant out of potatoes and sugar beets? The highest numbers there is canola, but I don't think I will be doing that. Sugar beets look tempting. Whoops. 235 at the port. Right, so what do I need for that? I would need to harvest the sugar beets for a start. Okay, not in harvesters. Potato harvesting, beet harvesting. Right. So, the harvester for sugar beets, if we buy the expensive version, is 480 credits. That would take almost half of what I have now. And I would still need to plant it. Which doesn't make it easy. I would have 300 after that. 300,000. So I would still need to seed the field and carry the beets. So Agrolona HKD or Big Body 500. So remember 300, these two. That's not too bad. The sewing machine for beets costs 58,000. So that would leave me with just under 250,000. I would need to fertilise it. So let's have a look at spraying. Could use this one, leaves me with a couple hundred. Which I would probably spend on a good tractor. Mobile water tank would be useful. No, greenhouse water. So what could I get for Dutz Gretron K420 or Dutz? Well, that would be an interesting tractor to have. I could go up to a fairly expensive one. I'm still tempted to go for regular harvesting. See, I could spend 200,000, 300,000 on that harvester with a cutter for wheat, barley, canola. Well, I might as well get a big one if I did that. So, what, 400,000? That would leave me with 400,000 left. I could then get a basic sprayer, a good seeder. Where are the seeders? Ah, machine type brand. Strange, I can't find it. Sewing machines, there we go. I was looking for seeders. 155,000 for the expensive one. That does everything in one go. Spraying would be a pain. I would want a good where are we? A good tipper for that. What's this one? Ah, this does everything. Conveyor driven discharge system. Loading volume 61,000. 250 HP and up tractor. Shall we do that then? Okay, so let's risk it. I was thinking about just doing grass as well, but we have a grass cutter now, and I think we still have the forage wagon somewhere. Yeah, still got the forage wagon, so I can continue that as normal, and maybe I can use field 9, because so far I haven't really done anything with that. So let's go by seeder, everything we need first. Machine type, weights, feeding, baling, loading. The first thing is to sow. So this wouldn't hurt. It's quite expensive though. Okay, and a tractor to pull it. The harvester would be higher priority at the moment. 315,000 for that. Is that worth it compared to a cheaper one? I'm not sure at the moment. 4,200 tank capacity, 8,500 tank capacity. 9,000 tank capacity is quite good. So we will have... I'm still tempted to do corn. How do I plant corn? Buy that one, regardless. So we've purchased this. Let's have another look at the seeders again. Corn. Maize or sugar beets? Is the maize the corn then? I don't know. Nothing else says corn. Let's do a quick search on that. So, bring up the web browser on my phone. I'm not a farmer, by the way, so if it's funny that I don't know what maize is, then please don't. Maize. So maize is a cereal grain primarily known as corn in North America. So this would probably be what I wanted. Interesting. I don't know about that, but I think it is. Let's see. I've got my seeder, the harvester. I need a good tractor. I probably need a very good tractor to pull that. Let's see, how much power do we need behind that? It doesn't say. Well, it's quite a hard decision. I will be getting around to planting things soon, don't worry about that. Of course, I can't do anything without a tipper, really, can I? 48,000 for that. 12,000. $250 HP tractor. Let's have a look. $102, 141, 142. Ah. $240 HP. So this is good. I remember from Farming Simulator 1, but what's the difference between the wheels? Oh no, that could be a good one. This is strange. That's less expensive, but the maintenance is higher, is lower. But it's got more power behind it. Oh, that is strange. Okay, that would take up most of my budget if I bought that, which does cause some difficulties. I did pay off some of my loan, so we'll take that is a big risk, very big risk, but we'll take it. So before we decide what to do next, the first thing is taking this to field 17, potentially, unless I go for corn. Let's just have a quick look before we move out. It doesn't make the purchase a waste of money because it will be future-proof. 58,000 for maize. I just hope that I can still afford to buy the front because I paid for that without knowing. Corn header. Excellent. So let's go and hopefully plant what should be corn. How do I attach this? Okay, let's go to field 17. And we're finally moving out. So yeah, I didn't really have any exciting plans for this Let's Play. I just thought I would try something different, and go for a longer one. That is definitely corn. I can see the symbol there, so I'm quite happy about that. And I think we have gone the long way to field 17, but it is good enough for the moment. Let's do this lengthways, unfolding sower. That would make sense. I still need to fertilise the fields. So somehow I'm going to have to buy water technology. I can't afford anything else at the moment now because I've only got 30,000. So let's select seed. It looks like it lets me plant potatoes as well, or something. Yeah, it looks like sugar beets or potatoes. Sugar beets, yes, fine. I'm more than happy with this purchase now. Let's hire a worker. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. We need to look at moving this harvester down, ready for the harvest. Just connecting the corn header. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Attach. Can I fold this? No, I can't fold. Ah, yes I can. That's good. Very good. Whoops. I don't think the curb is going to get out of my way, but it was worth a try. Let's try going a different direction. Move along the edge of the town. It's quite a slow vehicle, only 16-ish miles per hour. It's not too bad though. I think I just run over someone's foot. If necessary, I will sell maybe one or two other vehicles to fertilise the field with water. This is incredibly expensive and the money is going down quite fast, although I'm not sure you can see that. I may turn up the speed of the game to 5 times. It would be nice if the crop grew before the end of the Let's Play, but I don't know if I'll do that now or in the next one. I need to get this out of the way. I am hoping that it's going to be worth it and it will pay off better than buying purchasables as in placeable objects, but I don't know yet. So we're just going for water. If we go 28,000, that takes up pretty much all of the money. But if I don't get that, my yield will be a lot lower than what it could be. I would think that's a necessity. Oh dear, a necessity. Doesn't solve the problem that we need a tractor to pull it. And with only 1,000 credits going down, that is quite difficult. I really don't want to sell this quad, but I may have to. Let's just see how much we get for it. 19,000 would be enough for a tractor, I think. No, it's not enough. That's a problem. I will have to use the one tractor that I have on its own, unless I get a 50,000 loan back out of the bank. It is tempting. It is very tempting. Let's just see how this is doing. Now there's an idea. I could sell the red tractor and buy a yellow one and keeping the grass cutter, because I know I will be using that. I was just about to go and refuel, but I really don't need to if I'm selling it, do I? Let's see. I may want to turn missions on, I'm not sure yet. Oh, and I hope you don't mind the quality of the video, but because I'm doing a long one, I wanted it to process fast. Otherwise it just simply would have taken hours to do, really. Let's get into the quad, move that off. I might just get to keep this. So sell 34,000 isn't enough. I need to double that. So 35,000, 65. So I need 30,000 loan. Can I? Should I? 60,000 I have now. I need another one. Minus 170,000 on the loan. That really needs to be paid off, especially in hard mode. But if I don't move anything to get money, then it's not going to help anyway. I believe I may have slurred some of my words on occasion, but that's because I'm not used to doing these. This is only my third Let's Play. I promise you they will get better with time. And for those of you who subscribe to me now early on, I will remember you if I grow in popularity. But if I don't, well, that's just how it goes. But don't worry, as I say, they will be improved. So tell me what you think about the length of the videos in the comments. Do you prefer the long ones, or do you prefer the shorter one? I think 15 minutes is too short, so 20 to 30 minutes is a good time. But if you do like these long videos, then I don't mind doing more of them. I need to fill up the sprayer first. There's the water tank, I think it's the blue one. Just waiting for it to fill. Then we will look into fertilising. Plant growth on fast, I need that. Oh dear. The problem is, you can't see this, but we now have minus 668 credits and counting. So if this field doesn't pay off, then there will be a problem. But you can't make money without spending it, especially on a farm. Let's unpack this and find out what kind of width we're working with. Remove the PDA. Ah, that's quite... It's taking an awfully long time to unpack, but it's a big width, a very large width. Okay, let's see if this works well. I know I'm wasting... Okay. I'm wasting 2 or 3 prongs at the end there, but... Now why do I have holes in my water? That's not that good. I am on speed setting level 2, so it should be okay, but apparently it's not. Okay, so it looks like I've got things to improve there as well, which is fine. If I go on speed setting 1, then it looks like it doesn't make any holes. Ah, there's still 2 holes which appear. This isn't a very good seeder, but we've spent all the money. I think the first priority after doing the harvest is upgrading this thing. The tractor is okay. I'll just wait there. Now I thought not only could you sell dry grass silage here, fermented grass, that you could also convert it into, well, some sort of fertilizer. And I thought it went in the blue tank, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So that's something I'll have to find out for next time. All I'm doing here is picking up the remainder to get out of negative equity. We're back into positives anyway. We've got 270 plus. There's 3,092 left in the fill level, so that's one more trip after the next one. Yes, I would have loved to upgrade my front loader. It's 1,400 now. Turning around from here is not the easiest of things, but it works. $2,500. I really didn't want to bother picking up the last bit, but it might be the best idea. Otherwise it's sitting there not doing anything when it could be useful. There's still a couple of hundred worth. Fill level on 92, but where is it? There we go. Whoops. That was a mistake. And there we go. Roughly 2,500, but it's going down quite fast. We are just about ready for another row of water. And I'm going to do this on speed setting 1 because I am more interested in getting a good harvest. Potatoes. No, I don't have any of those. There's nothing too special about this, but if I'm doing a Let's Play, I think it's important to show you how I get to where I am. There's nothing to say at this point, just watch and weep, watching the weep at how badly I'm watering the field. It doesn't look too bad, apart from that side. But I don't think I need this quad bike anymore, do I? I can't do anything with this at the moment. Is there anywhere I can park it? Oh. How on earth do you see outside when you're driving this? Actually, no, I'm not going to park it. I'm going to leave it here. I thought it might be interesting to disable the worker and try to seed this thing myself. It's going to be a lot cheaper that way. So the ridge marker, I haven't done this before, that changes the ridge markers and another time closes, so we want the left one. Lower sower, and that's it really. I think we just move. No, apparently there's no seed in here. I'm going to have to let the worker continue on his own. That's sad. But if I filled the implement with seed, that would cost more than I probably have now, so at this point it's best to leave this one doing the work. I think this could take a long time to grow. Can't really move that for the moment. A cheap tractor cutting grass might be useful. Maybe I would sell the front loader and sell the quad so I could get another tractor to cut grass and start filling up the forage wagon again. That's very tempting. And I think once the tractor has seeded field 17, I was going to say seed field 7 with grass, but we need to buy field 7. So that's what we can do now. Let's see how expensive this is. Out of the way. Whoa. Okay. Strange. As you can tell, I am excellent at controlling this in first person. Oh dear. So what I was thinking with the grass is that field 9 isn't really big enough. But I have since realised that if you fill in a field with grass, it's almost impossible to get the original shape and size back, because you need cultivate. No, not a cultivator. You can't cultivate them out. Apparently, you need. Let's have a look. Oh, I've been through this once. Where are we? There's a lot of new items compared to the previous one. A plough. So there we go. So my idea was leaving a border, perhaps something like this big, and then going up and down this field for the grass for the silo, running around the entire map for 1 or 2 loads of grass in the forage wagon isn't exactly convenient. And this is the field that I bought and I did with the grass. I'll show you. That's it. Just nothing really. It's useful as it is, but not that great. What I really need is a big field without losing the integrity of it. So I think this is a good idea, but let's see how much it costs. $282,000. No, I can't afford that now. Maybe that's a future project. It probably wouldn't hurt to have a few sheep now, but again, I need a front loader and possibly, I don't know, something like a bale trailer to put the wool pallets on. But we'll find out what happens when that comes to it. Let's check up on the seeding. It's almost done. Very good. So remember, when you're seeding, if you don't have anything, then just pay a worker to do it, because you can still fill a field with 0%. We'll pretend we're driving this for a few minutes. It's a very loud tractor though. A very loud seeding implement. That's better. What? This NPC is going to get that stuck on the tree. Oh, well, strangely it went through. I don't understand why you would need a ridge marker in the road. I don't think that helps too much. Now I wonder if cars use this road, or if I could take that field over there, for example, and combine them to make 2 into 1. But I don't have a cultivator at the moment, and we already talked about that. So first priority is to finish fertilising the field, which we'll do now. I may go over the first row again. There are a lot of patches there that I don't particularly like. Although water does seem to be just a little bit expensive. Now, I read one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to patch 1.4. From videos, I have seen that you can fill water implements like this from fountains and the river as well. But the river apparently costs money. And in 1.4, from the patch notes, I have read that filling water from the river doesn't cost anything. So that would be a large benefit. I think I've got a little bit of waste there, but I'm not too worried at the moment. I might do some more off-screen. So this is mostly okay. I'm wondering where the best place to sell corn is. It looks like the freight yard. That's the train station, I think. There's another train station north, but the freight yard is the biggest one. That's taken up over 50%. So I hope this is worth it. And considering that this whole operation costed 1 million in the setup, I hope it pays off in good time. Whereas with the placeables, I suppose I could have just bought them and AFK'd, but it wouldn't have made for a very interesting Let's Play. I know going back over this actually creates more waste from the amount of money it would have taken watering the bits of the field that didn't need watering, but for my first yield I need a large proportion back. I need a very good return on investment, and the only way to do that is probably being accurate. Is the wrong word to use, but I think you know what I mean. Just getting that. Okay, let's not. Just finishing up the third row, or the final row, I should say. Yes, I'm sorry I didn't have a Let's Play up yesterday, but the reason for that is that I had actually made one. I downloaded Euro Truck Simulator, and I did a good 45-minute Let's Play on that. Unfortunately, the game just stopped. I lost the recordings that I did because the voice went and all of the sound went, in actual fact. So that was quite sad. But hopefully this time it will work for Farming Simulator. I might do another Euro Truck Simulator Let's Play, but what I had planned to do was just show you how I started the game, all of the mistakes that I did, and you know, I've done a few trips on there now, so it might not be as funny, but it could be interesting to do that. Let's pack this up and refill it for a start. Once it's refilled, we will drop it off. And then see what happens. As you can tell, I haven't done anything with chickens yet. And the fuel tank I haven't really used. We can park it inside there. Refill sprayer. It might not be a bad idea to plant something on a small field, but I'm not sure if it's worth the time. That's ready for missions. I still think that tractor's not powerful enough for that. So we will leave this for now. Going to fold the seeder up, refill it, and then decide what to do. There's a big patch there that I don't particularly like too much. There's the seed. If you have a coin to spare, you can refill your sewing machines at these pallets. The same pallets can be found at the garden centre and the farm shop. Well, I know where the farm shop is, but where's the garden centre? Is it worth seeding field 16? That's the question. It's a difficult one to answer. This is very expensive to refill. There's only 507 credits left. Now I forgot about this. Let's see if it still works. I don't have a baler, and of course we didn't pick a cultivator up either. So we can't do anything about that now. Let's unfold the ridge marker. And carry on. I didn't turn the sower on. That might be a good start. I think it's doing something, but you could never tell just by looking. Doesn't look like it has. I'm not sure. Let's go slower. I'm still not convinced that's done anything, so let's have a look in the map. Growing, well, it's yellow. I'm going to fire a worker and see what it does. Nothing is changing there, so I suppose all we can do is watch and wait. Really, I think that's all there is to this Let's Play. For the next one, I would have liked to have harvested this field now. But I think what I will do is not buy any new equipment, possibly, until the next video. I am likely to harvest this field and field 16. Actually, I might buy new equipment. If I'm going to do another long video, it might be a good idea. And then the next video will probably be done tomorrow. But I promise you, I will have harvesting videos at some point, even if it's not today. I hope you have found this interesting, if not entertaining. I didn't really want to do this Let's Play for a laugh. I just wanted to take it almost slightly seriously, I suppose. But, you know, it's a game. The important thing is to have fun. I definitely had fun doing it. So, give me your impressions on the length of the video and how much you think I'm improving since my previous videos. And then I will see you next time. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you subscribe. And as normal, if you didn't like it, then don't subscribe. It's simple. Thank you. Goodbye.